One of the problems with love is we don't know ourselves well enough to know who we want. Introducing Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. You send us your date of birth, we send you a custom video, and we'll talk all about you. The kind of charisma you have, your personality, are you funny, not funny? What's a perfect romance? What's a perfect wedding? What's a perfect home? And what not to do with you. Find out the secret to your heart at secretsofbirthdays.com. End all the uncertainty. Order one now. Namaste, and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Witecki, your astrologer and soul biographer, here to help you put the pieces of your karmic story together. Well, Mother Earth is under the love rays of Virgo. In fact, Chapter 2 of Sun in Virgo, we're going to wrap up Chapter 2 this week. We're working on reality, the IB state of awareness, and we're going to transform our reality this week and become proficient at what we do. By the end of the week, we will step into what I call Master Shui, where we rule our lives literally from our passion. Now, looking at emotions, the moon starts with Love Fest Day on Sunday, and then on Monday, we have a little bit of Sirius as the moon crosses over Saturn in Scorpio. It gets jolly again on Thursday and Friday in Sagittarius, and Sirius again in Capricorn this weekend. The moon signs most affected are Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn, and on the dark side of the moons, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. Looking at our orbits, man, emotions are harboring around our throat chakra this week. That's because the moon in Libra and Scorpio. But then by the end of the week, it hits your sinuses. Now, emotions can literally clog you up, especially something you don't want to talk about. Lilith and Jupiter has finally stabilized in our solar plexus, and that means we're not going to have as much digestion issues. And there's a party going on in the heart chakra, and Mercury is now moved up to the throat chakra, which means truths will be spilling out from now through Halloween. Going to be fun. Indeed, those truths, right? Looking at the planets, we have really mostly, I think, the most important trine of the day is this one, Black Lilith at 10 degrees this week, trining Saturn. What this means is that we are really, for some, turning our back on some multi-lifetime deep emotional karma, or at least till childhood. So many people of all ages are kind of, as a whole planet, unifying and saying goodbye to some old karma, in some cases relationships, in some cases emotional damage. But the good news is we are actually healing, folks. This light work actually works. You're going to feel that with that trine. Now, we've been feeling this for a while, the T-square. It was a grand square for a while with Venus, but the good news is having Venus transit through Libra on the opposite side of Uranus, it really gave us the ability to see what's fair, to process through what's fair. And this week, you're going to see some movement on the T-square, or some inner movement anyways, because now you're operating from a sense of justice. That's good news. I'll talk about that upstairs. And then lastly, this is interesting as well, Venus is transiting up into Scorpio. That's the next transit, which means we're going to be creating and destroying, right? Venus is the sign of creativity. Scorpio is the gateway, so relationships, all sorts of things creating and destroying. But it's all trining into Neptune in Pisces, which to me says whatever is being created and destroyed might be fate. That's right. When God, universe, or Pisces energy comes into that sort of interaction or intersection of energy, usually this is the hand of fate, as in certain births, as in, of course, certain deaths, and, of course, certain successes. So that's also something to be looking out for. And then finally, getting close on the planets, as the week starts off, it's Love Fest Day, then Sirius as the moon crosses over that Saturn in Scorpio. And at the end of the week, again, like I said, it gets serious because the moon crosses Pluto in Capricorn. Now, let's take a look at the real important details, the details about you. So climb in the ascension elevator and I'll see you upstairs.
Folks, this is your captain speaking. We realize you have a choice in the astrologers you choose to fly with, and we'd just like to thank you for flying with Christopher Witecki.
Namaste, Your Honor, and Libra Risings, and welcome to 33,000 feet for a bird's eye view of the Libras. And my goddess, it has been difficult, I know. I've been in touch with some of my favorite Libras. It's been a real test of faith. And this year, more than ever, you are cutting away weeds from your soul garden. This is karma, getting out of karmic patterns. So no matter what's failing or falling apart this year, it's deep and it's thorough and it's the last time. So if that makes you feel better, bueno. I'm going to tell you about everything going on. Now, Saturn is also hard. You're being tested on personal limits. This is with self-esteem, having to stand up for what you value, having to draw lines with others, but first you have to say no to yourself in order to increase your value. So, very hard emotional boundaries in the moment with self. Also, becoming far more sensitive about career, future, and legacy. So emotional about the future, but at least you've cut away the old career or the old way of making decisions. The old criteria of making decisions is dead. And then lastly, a real struggle for strength in long-term relationships and in your marriage and your marriages. Huge innovation and change. And what ways in between or in the balance is career versus home family. So marriage and marriage, very difficult as well. So this is the big conundrum of where the Libras and Libra risings are. So as we start this week, we're moving out of faith. So thank God you're not going to do any more faith building. We're going to get through the faith, break through the faith and the interfaith, and move to the miracles, the metaphysics, the alchemy, the ability to call to even the angelic realm, if you work with angels, to get to the highest realm in order to change reality. And yes, it does happen, but you got to do the soul work to find out. Now the sun will move from searching for faith to a breakthrough in faith and emotional faith by the end of the week if you do the soul work. Also, your mind comes out of the clouds somewhere in the middle of the week as Mercury moves into your sign and suddenly sharpens your ego and intellect. You haven't really been working with all your faculties. Your mind's been more focused on dream state than it has in waking state the last month or so. Jupiter is what's forcing you to expand your decision-making process, to think way outside your normal box for career and legacy. But like I said, the old resume has been torn up and shred. Black Lilith at step 10 says, love and trust will never go back to what we've done, and the future is under our control. So that at least feels good, right? And then lastly, Saturn in Scorpios, where you're having to say no to yourself now to raise self-esteem. So you're having to be tough with yourself, maybe alone, feeling alone. It's not an easy process. Ask your guides before you say no or yes, but by the end of the week, you're committing to what you're going to cut, what erodes self-esteem, and therefore starting to face what could turn into some solid soul capital. So last week, the real hard part was Lightcast Day. Unfortunately, the sun and moon came together smack in the middle of interfaith. Might have been bad news, might have been breakdown, might have been tier 2 breakdown of something already breaking down. It wasn't pretty. I was on the phone with many Libras and helping clients with emergency readings. But you all broke through. Hopefully, by Friday, it was light bulb going on, understanding where the faith is, understanding where the rainbow is, understanding, where the silver lining is. All those metaphors count. And over the weekend, starting to heal and lick thy wounds. Now, this week, good news, it's Love Fest Day on Sunday, and that's because Venus is in Libra, your sign, and the moon is in Libra, so sunny, cool, lovey-dovey. Sunday is feeling like things might get better. Also, probably shifting the power. If you're in a power struggle with long-term relationships or marriage, you're going to find that the power shifts in your favor for at least 24 hours. And Jupiter is calling for some peace and a break from career. So Sunday is a bit of a moment of, Monday, time to decide. The moon moves into Scorpio, so suddenly you get very serious about money and making money. You have to make a very responsible emotional decision about self-esteem and money on Monday. And at the same time, you're making a decision about interfaith. So it's a double whammy. It's like making a gamble on yourself with interfaith as the backbone. On Tuesday, take action. So you're moving right away forward with that interfaith, not wasting any time to see if the universe has or hasn't shown up. You're moving anyways. The moon in Scorpio makes you very productive. It's a great manifestation day. If the faith is on your side, you should go for it and gamble on you on Tuesday, for sure. Wednesday, you don't know if the gamble played off. Emotions are still swimming about a manifestation or moving forward. But you have to love and trust that everything will be okay. And again, this is really about interfaith, even though it's been about money for the last 3 days, or manifestation for the last 3 days. Then on Thursday, it gets very pensive. You want to watch your thoughts. It's also a time where you're really stepping into that high master Shrey realm of potential magic, alchemy, and pulling off miracles. So this is where you want to maybe increase your daily meditation if you can. If you're into spirituality, you definitely want to exercise if you don't meditate, because you will find some anxiety starts to happen at this point if you don't. On Friday, the moon is in Sagittarius, and so emotions are jovial, although for you it's putting you very chatty. You're probably very chatty, probably sharing, Great day to go share, great day to see a therapist, great day to connect to a psychic. This is also psychic development. So for those Librans who are connected to their psychic awareness, you're going to feel a great expansion, especially since the Mayan shift. My goodness, my third eye, everything is so much crisper. It's like HD. It's crazy. But for you too, try something. Go outside your comfort zone on Friday. Try something different that you haven't tried before. That's what I recommend. Then Saturday, it looks like it's a real profound day. There could be a real epiphany, a spiritual miracle. It's real possible you have a crazy dream. Your emotions lead to feeling different about the future, or perhaps you were emotionally led to some important clues to manifestation. And if you've been connecting to guides or getting readings, you could have some real feedback on Saturday, Sunday. So looks like a personal spiritual miracle or breakthrough if you did all the soul work between Saturday and Sunday. The moon is in Capricorn at that point, so you are really wanting to stay home. It's going to be a private Saturday if that happens, where you really need to nest and rest. Try to take care of yourself. It's vital right now, especially with interfaith. You need more sleep than usual. Now, I want to invite you to one of the most loving spaces on the internet, and I haven't done this year yet, soulgarden.me. And the reason is we've been working all summer to develop new talent and new practitioners who are coming online and helping you. Now, the first one is not new. You know him, Master One Feather. He pulls tarot cards on Wednesdays. So if you need a tarot card pulled, especially now where you're having interfaith issues, come on Wednesday mornings. Then we have Dawn Leahy teaching astrology and personal charts. So if you want to learn astrology, you can just stick around for Dawn or show up a little later. Then it's yours truly with Practical Wizardry, where I'm teaching Virgo magic this month. And then at the end of Wednesdays, it's Dr. Matt Turner who's doing psychic channeling. So all these people are free on the air for you in the most loving space on the internet. But don't wait, there's more. Wait, there's more. Melody Ann is our voice guru. She comes on Fridays, and on Fridays we're helping people as well. If you want to step in your voice and be a messenger, Melody is the gal. Zen Shoemaker just joined our team. She's a master Taurus, and she can help you step out of any problem and into master manifestation. And lastly, we brought back Astro Gossip with 4 young astrologers here to talk the headlines and the astrology behind them. All of this, of course, happens in our beautiful Witecki Theater, which was just remodeled, where this is a live shot of what it's like to chat and watch TV with us. So we're just all hanging out, having fun anyways. And again, if you don't know that, it's soulgarden.me, a private sanctuary on the internet. All right, well, that's all I have for this week. I'm so grateful for you showing up. Again, come on down, come rub elbows, make a profile at soulgarden.me if you don't have one, so we can email you if we need to. And remember, it's about interfaith, and it's about those details that light up your heart. So don't listen to the subconscious or harbor on the details that scare you of your subconscious. Turn your back and power from the details that don't serve. Turn your heart and towards the details of the light that do serve. That's how the interfaith will work, I think, for you, Libra and Libra rising. All right, until next week, namaste and live, love, be. With the moon in Cancer, emotions and intellect are now coming together like a Reese's penis. Oops. Reese's penis.